it's Karma here, and today I'm going to be doing a kind of review, as in my thoughts and some of my friends' thoughts about the Kyle X Y interview with the writer co-producer Julie Plec. I've gotten a few requests to do a video about this, so I'm going to be talking about what I agree with, what I don't agree with, and what's Monday without a Kyle X Y video, so I thought I'd have one up. So you might notice that there are 3 of us here today instead of the usual 1. I needed some backup in doing this review about the interview with the producer. So I thought I'd bring my Kyle X Y expert friends.
Deshawn.
Clayton.
And he's going to have a channel up soon, so look for that. Yeah, so I thought I'd bring them up so we could make it kind of a panel and we can talk about it a little bit more than just me spieling on about it. If you haven't read the interview, I'm going to have the URL over on the sidebar. And it's basically the writer and co-producer talking about what would have happened if the series had continued. So ABC Family asks a bunch of questions and then she writes them down, what her answer would be or what she thinks would have happened with the show. BTW, disclaimer, these are all speculation, so if we don't agree with them, it might not even happen, so just think that in your mind, because that's what I do. The first thing I want to talk about is how, the question is, in the last episode, Jessie says she's broken. Is she really broken, or is she designed to be a killer? And Julie Plec, her answer is that Jessie is truly broken, and that she wasn't designed to be bad from birth, but she never really had a chance. And personally, I don't agree with that, and you guys all know that I never used to like Jessie, and I finally got over it, but that just seems like they gave us a whole season of her trying to be nice, and then they went back on what they were doing. I don't agree with her being bad. I don't agree with her, like, destined to be broken. What do you think? I don't know.
I don't agree with that either. You see, unlike Kyle, Jessie was brought into the show with a very dramatic entrance, like she killed somebody, versus, well, Kyle just got attacked by a snake and pushed a cop into a pool. You know, or no, not like through a window. Yeah. Sorry, not a pool, my bad. It's sort of like the whole nature versus nurture thing. Like, she was more exposed to nature, and Kyle was nurtured by a loving family. Jessie didn't have that. She was lied to for the most of her existence, so which kind of shaped a way for her to be. However, that doesn't. I don't like the idea of someone being, just because they're being brought up a certain way, that's the way they're going to end up. For Smallville fans, reference. It's like the age-old argument: if Lex had grown up with the Kents and Clark had grown up with the Luthers, would he be different? So, and another reference for you Buffy fans out there, holla. But there's a really a distinct similarity between Buffy and Faith with Kyle and Jessie. You know, except they didn't kiss each other. Well, yeah, they kind of did. Anyway, so it's sort of like Faith was a slayer that was ruthless and she didn't live by any rules, and Jessie always wanted to expose herself. She wanted to make something. She wanted people to notice her. And for a while, that's just how she was. But Buffy, was more contained, just like Kyle. So if Faith and Jessie had the same, would they have been just like Buffy and Kyle?
So there you go. That's point 1. Okay, we're back to 3 of us again. We have to divide and conquer because we all needed to talk about this. The love triangle with Kyle, Jessie, and Amanda. You know how I felt about it because I expressed my dislike about how they ended it. We don't know who he ended up with. But basically, in this interview, it says that Kyle would have ended up with Jessie at first, but their relationship would ultimately be self-destructive, and then later on, once Amanda matured and got out of her sheltered life and went to college, they would have gotten back together again. But every great hero should end up alone, technically, is what she thinks. So basically, he would have ended up with neither of them. And I'll let you guys duke it out about how you want to work that out.
Well, it's kind of a messy situation. I love and hate love triangles. Any Twilight fans like Jacob Edward Bella, horrible love triangle.
Shout out!
But yeah, love triangles suck. And me personally, I'm a huge Jessie fan. I told this one forever that Jessie was amazing, and she argued with me and hated Jessie, and finally she got there, she's converted and realizes how great Jessie is. In many ways, Jessie and Kyle are perfect. Like, they're a perfect relationship. They can understand each other, they can protect each other, they can be there for each other. And I always feel so bad for Jessie. She's had such a hard life. I feel like she needs Kyle in her life to, I feel like she deserves him. But, you know, Amanda is like that perfect kind of like, you know, girl next door. Girl next door. She's very girl next door.
Lana Lang for you Smallville fans.
Don't even get started on Lana.
Don't get into that with me. Anyway.
But Amanda is like perfect nice girl, just like how Kyle's like a perfect nice boy. And that seems more like a long-term relationship thing. I don't know. I kind of feel like the way that they described it, that the producers described it, is kind of how it would work. That Kyle and Jessie would be together for a little while, and once Jessie was able to stand on her own,
if she is, because she's broken,
she was capable of doing that, which I think she is, that Kyle and Jessie's relationship would mature into more of a friendship, and they would like be more like brother-sister bond. And,
I just wonder if Jessie could ever just be friends with Kyle though, like, cause she's so in love with him. That's my only question.
I feel like it's like a mature thing. It's kind of hard to like remember that these people in the show are supposed to only be like teenagers. Like they're like 16, 17 years old,
and they're feeling teenage things right now.
Yeah, exactly.
They don't ever go to high school.
In the season, they didn't have any high school interaction at all. Personally, I don't know. The whole Jessie-Kyle thing, for me, I liked it. I thought it was really cute, but Amanda was just kind of a tool this whole season. Like, she was just, I'm sorry, like, I could not, I mean, like, ever since she got back from prom, she just exuded, you know, mean girl, so, but
it's only because she was so scorned. This is Lana Lang complex. I've gone over this with a billion people before. She was scorned because she didn't know the truth, okay? If someone kept lying to me all the time, I'd feel the same way.
But in the sense, like, Kyle and Amanda were cute for each other because they were both really innocent. And in a sense, they kind of completed each other. Like, they made each other happy. Like, Amanda was like, you're just so good all the time. And then Kyle was like, well, you're so good all the time. And Amanda was just, you know, normal. And Kyle was extraordinary. And Amanda kept messing up. And Kyle kept being him, which is wonderful. And then Jessie comes along and kind of just puts a damper on it. So if I was Amanda, I'd be kind of pissed too, but I mean, just the way she acted, obviously, she's a teenager. Go Kristen Proud, way to act your age.
It's two completely different things, just like Kyle said, like, he feels butterflies with Amanda and, like, electricity with Jessie. Like,
which Jessie said was his libido,
they're
but, you know.
Two completely different types of, like, love. And I feel like in, like, the end result that they described, it's not, like, a happy ending for Kyle, but it's probably what would happen. He would be, like, alone. He would be on his own. He's gonna go, like, save the world. The only difference, I think, is that I feel like him and Amanda would eventually, like, outgrow each other. Like, they'll have separate individual lives. Like, I could see Kyle existing without Amanda in his life, but I think Jessie will always be a part of his life. Like, they'll always be connected.
Yeah. My thing is that I wonder if Kyle would have ever spilled the beans to Amanda, because she was so close in the finale.
Yeah, she
with
was.
the 78127 and all that. And she's like, Kyle will tell me when he's ready. And it's or Jessie would have spilled the beans for him, I think.
Sidebar, I can't believe that Amanda remembered those
the Ouija
letters,
board numbers.
Ouija board, like, I couldn't believe
I can't believe they had